Hello and welcome back to another video. I am Robbie of the McFly Variety, and this is Appaloosa Plains. I am so happy to be back doing things in this city. I love it so much. It seems like stuff's still going pretty well with our traffic from last time. What's an interesting addition to our traffic is all these post trucks, which I wish I didn't know that they were all there's. See, that's 100, 36, 20. I'm not a big fan of that, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll need to add another one over here. Such an interesting place to put such a high traffic item. And maybe I wonder if I can turn off just those trucks here. Not a big fan of that. In fact, actually, let's start there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off. We don't want residential. What is that? Delivery trucks? Apply vehicle restrictions to entire road. Okay. Emergency recycling. This is cargo, right? That's taxis. That's public transit. And yeah, okay. I see how this is working. It goes to the next junction. Cool. That makes that easier. I could also just hold shift. But today we're just going to worry about some more expansion. I'm seeing that our funds in isn't too high anymore, and I also see this. Just going to go ahead and turn that down. Alright, and turn off these. Alright, now we're fully ready to get going. I just don't think there's ever going to be an ability to... My goodness. Is this the post trucks? Are they coming around here? You know what? I don't think I want to do post anymore. You were saying we're gonna want to put a nice park in here. Something. Why do you not have power? Man, everything's just coming at me all at once. Alright, so I guess today's plan is to worry about electricity. We need to do something in order to be able to gain more electricity. Of course, I want to keep that clean. But we do have a lot of money to be able to throw at it. Ocean Thermal Energy Conversion Plant. Conservation plant. Just turn that off. I mean, it would fit right there. But I kind of want to, if I'm going to do something like this. Then again, I have those there. So maybe the next power plant would make sense to put out here with the sewage. It's kind of like a service campus. I believe I've heard another YouTuber call it a service campus. The geothermal usually sits pretty nicely in places like this, and it looks pretty nice. 65,000 for what? 80 megawatts. I do have the nuclear power plant unlocked. Do I have I do not have monuments. 80,000, so double what our population is now. And we do have educated workers. Does this require educated workers? I know the power of the atom is in your hands. This power plant does not create ground pollution, but does emit noise pollution. High water usage. Where's our water at? We have a nice amount of extra water. Isn't nuclear power plants supposed to kind of be separate from general population? So putting this right here means I would need to make sure we don't use this space, right? Realistically. And you know what? I'm going to check that out realistically. What is the usual placement of nuclear power plant? Alright, and with a dash of research, there's not really much of an idea. They just, if there's a problem, they evacuate in America about 10 miles outside of, and in Japan about 19. So we really could place it about anywhere, but I definitely want to be logical about its placement and wonder if across the river makes sense. That's an interesting point of, because that could be really good use of this land over here. It'd be fun to be able to build that bridge and then put its power right next to it. Alright, and power, and then we need to worry about a park. That's where I was kind of getting at before I noticed everybody's running out of power, and apparently this building's on fire. These buildings are on fire, but it looks like usually you can click those. It's there handling it. So we need to look at doing a park around here. I want to still use this for some other kind of building, but then again, maybe a park would make sense in this space. I mean, I already put these stables. No, that's a park maintenance building. Could pull out the stables. Alright, here we go. Found the riding stables. So, you could put the... What were you? Okay. We could probably put the riding stables out here. And then surround it with a park. It's kind of like trails that are meant to be kind of ridden on or something like that. That could be a lot of fun. We could probably take a nice dirt road off of here. Maybe bring it off one of these other intersections. Or wherever we place here, just go ahead and... yeah. And then I'm thinking a denser forest between the road and this park would make a lot of sense. But by putting the park like right here, it suits well for our residents here. It will definitely bring in a lot of money having direct access. We probably could even have a quick little access point come off of here. It would just feed in and feed out. Maybe, I don't know if that one's gonna happen. How far would I take that? Would I go as far as the bridge under just to bring a road on it? I don't really think that would happen. We'll probably still put one here just to have something come in, and maybe we'll just have it feed out somewhere else, like down here. Maybe like come in around and then feed out there. Put a nice park entrance for the people trying to come to the park. We'll come to that conclusion in a minute, but I think starting with riding stables, keeping it low, keeping it community friendly is the way to go with that. And we can still use this space for, I guess, school is what comes to mind, but we have industry here, so maybe that could be a continuation of a bit of cleaner industry or something. We'll come to that in a moment. What we're going to start with is doing this nuclear power plant, which I did not expect to do this today. So we're doing this one offhand, but I'm kind of excited for the fun that it's about to bring. I'm going to take this down. And when we think of nuclear power plants, we think of water, we need parking, and we need offices. When I think of offices, I think of these building creator pack. Where? I'm always losing these things. Creator pack. I'm thinking of office buildings. So local register office for state administrative, city office building for city administration. You know what? We're gonna pretend that these are office buildings meant for all the super big brain people. Downtown hotel. No. Those, while they look good, I don't think are gonna be the thing we go for. So we'll grab a couple of these smaller office buildings. That one and this one seem like they'd be logical. I want to get a nice parking garage over here, and we might, I don't think we will put a tram in here, but we can definitely make it a point to have good. Do we do this? Good walkability, because cars can still drive over this. It says only emergency vehicles though, but I see cars drive on this all the time. You know what? I think putting in a highway piece and then following it up on the side with a good sidewalk is gonna be the way to go. So if this is coming through here, and we want there. We want this to kind of ride this. Do I want? At what point is this? It's all pretty consistent, right? So let's grab this height. Do that one right there. Bring it over here, and where does that land us? Okay. Take that down, bring this up a dash. Right? And then we can take this, kind of smoother out. Okay. No. I want to keep as much of that flat space as possible, but at the same time, there we go. Alright, take that height. To this height. Pretty set on this. And just to make sure, we'll grab our nodes. Oh. And make sure they're all, yep, the same exact height. Now, yeah, I think that looks good. All right. While we're here, we'll go ahead and grab our paths, and I think this just good basic park one. These should all remove their thing, university path with decoration. Let's go ahead and do it. These should remove the chairs and lights though, right? And do I need to? Let's just give it a dash of difference for the sake of doing it. Is that unrealistic? Or is that realistic? Okay. I like it. Good highway piece to it, and let's grab our dirt road and just put down some stuff. What can we design? Okay, I think that's a pretty good place to get started. Yeah, I think that's really just it. That's really just a really good place to get started. We're going to go ahead and make this connection too. Let me see the topography here. Oh boy. Why is everything on? There we go. So. There we go. And make this connection too. Bridge it up. At least angle it. Ah! Didn't I tell... I could have sworn I clicked that. Okay. Yep. And there we go. And in the future, we'll kind of make this more of a reasonable place that I'll probably turn into a little mini roundabout. And then we'll actually have like a space that makes sense for people to get off and safely make their way to this bridge. And I probably could even go as far as to, if I put enough over here, because I'm thinking about putting down some office, these kind of offices. I could even go as far as to put a simple bus line that just goes back and forth, or cable car, because these are just kind of fun. Just a simple one that goes back and forth. Maybe I would do it over here instead. I don't know. Would that make sense, or would that just be too much? Clearly we need emergency services over here, including the power for the... What am I saying? We need emergency services for all the nuclear power, because this is a dangerous form of creating power. I got water specifically together to be for these power plants here. So we're going to take these directly through, right? And then we also are going to need it to help with the other services over here. So it just makes sense. That should be covered, right? We'll just take it across the road. Got plenty of parking. I think this is like one of those kind of projects I could see putting a little bit extra work into the land use. Now, why they need to flatten out this land back here, I'm not completely positive, but they did. Maybe we can put some kind of nice, like, campus space, like, so that the employees here have a place to come and take lunch. Plenty of parking. And of course we have our security gate. And I didn't get to place down that other... Is it this one? Yes. Now, how exactly... I think this should be fine, right? Go ahead and place it there. Facing inwards. No, actually, I do want it facing outwards, because I want this to be an access point. We can bring in some paths. There we go. Oh, turn all our stuff back on. Maybe not that, though. Put that up, and that's an entrance there. This can be an entrance here, and this has got me thinking, let's go ahead and just use our campus paths. And yeah, and then this one just goes straight forward. Do we make these roads nicer, or do we keep them like they got this weird mix of really nice, maybe it's nice for pedestrian walkways, not so nice for industrial like traffic, which is kind of why this is also in that case. Then if that's kind of the thought process, right, we want it to be nicer for the employees, not so. Bikes. Why didn't I think of bike infrastructure? Huh. So, no, I already thought about bike infrastructure, but I didn't finish off with bike infrastructure. I may change this entire bridge out to be bike. In fact, you know what? We're doing it. I'm pretty set on that so far. And we can use this one. Bikes on either side, pedestrians down the middle. Oop. Turn on our bridges. Ooh, boy. It's not a fan of making this switch. Okay. Here we go. So do we have all of our posts? Okay, good. Biking on either side, pedestrian down the middle. Pedestrian can go straight forward, and biking take the hard turn for the bikes to go directly into work, and that's about as good as I can do. Now for this storage, let's go ahead and fill it with regular zoned commercial needs. And like we said, we want to put some more. We want to put some offices out here. Or do we want to put some regular industry? That's non-polluting. It's also a bunch of smarty pants, but do I really want industry out here? I don't think so. So let's put some offices. Put a few more offices down this side. And kind of thinking square this off. Bring this in. Bring that out a little bit just to make it look a little bit nicer. Probably even do something similar here. Square that. Yeah, that looks good. The curvature of this doesn't really make sense, but I don't think it hurts anything. Alright. So we have our offices, we have this, we have that. What else was there that I really wanted to put in? Do we need to put garbage out here? Is it smarter to put garbage out here? This one, maybe small biogas facility. This one makes power, but it doesn't really make sense. We could do the portal where they just throw the trash wherever. Small biogas facility. Well, waste processing complex. This one does actually, it fits so snugly. It's almost a problem that I don't want to put it here. This produces a lot of pollution is my concern. So maybe we can just take this, put it on the end there. That's more for gameplay feature than for aesthetics, right? Then we have our warehouse to hold goods that may be necessary, office for the office workers, other offices. Probably need to go ahead and put down this and turn off high-rise bands, turn on high-rise bands. We can call, we'll define that in a moment. City planning, no high-rise band, encourage biking, Old Town. Don't want people coming out here if they don't need to. Electric cars, filter industrial waste, automated tools. Cool. I did not know that made a swooshing sound. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Almost. Oh, and then this was another one that's kind of like, you know, just because we know we're going to need it. Do I put a little mini inland water treatment plant? Could almost. Yeah, we're going to do that because I need some kind of sewage out here, right? And this kind of makes sense. A grout and screen facility. You don't want dirty water going into your nuclear power. You want it to work correctly. So, with that line of reasoning, which probably isn't even that realistic, we're going to go ahead and take this down right there. We're going to pull this water pipe up because even though we don't see it, the idea is there. So these are going to pump into here. Who's going to take care of it going through here? That's the idea. Even though we know they come through here, don't even give a two craps about this. Goes straight to the facilities and then goes right back here for sewage. It just makes sense to me. From a, I don't even know what kind of point of view you really call that. But I'm doing it because it's my city and I can do whatever I want. Alright. Put these just a little bit closer. Yep. Looks nice. And what else can we think that really should be going out here? I think the last major thing that needs to be worried about is how am I going to get this power across? Do I just follow the side of this? Or do we take it from here? And would you use something like this? Right. Now I'm going to try something new here that I have never played with before. I want to... object height. Wait. We're going to line up objects? Nope. Going to... mirror objects? No. Reset objects. Isn't there a way to... Okay, so there's that, and there's that. Okay, we take our power lines and bring them off a little bit and out. Alright, and I'm pretty sure I should be able to... Yes. Tab. Now, this is definitely a creative liberty, a pretty big creative liberty, and I know that. Actually, let's grab all. Tab it up. And I think raising that just makes sense. Maybe even raising it just a little bit further. Now, a point of confusion for me is going to be like, so what? Did like two of these go up here, and then one of them goes out here? And if so, at what point do I stop this? Like, do I think I'm going to do it as I say it because it makes sense? We're gonna put this here, right? Take this power line. Just take it on over. What if... Yeah. It makes sense to me. And maybe we can bring this one down, right? Oh yeah, we're only selecting nodes. Bring this one down, but then, or does it, what happens if I put it to this height? Okay, cool. Set our slope. And I think that's a pretty good height across the board. It doesn't go into the mountain or anything, and it's constant. I like it. Okay. We'll bring the rest of our power lines out to this distance specifically. And then we will know that we want to there we go. We're not gonna know anything, we're just gonna go ahead and get her done. There you go. What about this height? Is that now too tall? Yes. Right there looks good. We'll go ahead and just bring these ones to this height, and then we'll slope them down from that one. Now I see that I need to fix something. Slope and slope. Cool. Alright. This will be the only one we really need to fix, which is pretty darn lucky. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, it's the only one that's off. That's mildly infuriating, actually. So if I put it back, right? We'll grab a building. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, and there we go. I think I'm cool with it. And when we get to decorating this area, we can put plenty of trees in. This makes sense for an endpoint. It'll feed into the rest of the city. It's right here by industrial anyway. It just makes perfect sense. That train line can still come through very nicely in either of these spots. Is this... I mean, what else would you do if you had to cross a river, right? And then, I guess, last thing. Short on the front. And then, of course, tall in the back. Let's hit play. You're gonna have not enough water. Now you should have enough water. Alright. And how does power look? Is it gonna immediately give us power? It does. And we have more power than... Yeah, we're gonna be good on power for quite some time. Alright. Immediately it's gonna build some offices too. And they're back to back. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Alright. I might come out here and do a little bit more detail work in the future. You do not have water. Do that. Cool. Alright. Now everyone has water. They have fire support out here. A bunch of offices. That one needs to... You know what? I'm going to hit historical on some of these. Historical. Do I know why a power plant would need this many offices? No, I am not in the power plant industry. But I kind of like how this... I like that, like how it slowly came forward and then covered up this. Now that does bring to mind, though, none of the other ones have these things on them. So do I get something to rebuild there since I have all this parking? That's what the word I was looking for. Parking. It does not have this. These don't have parking spaces. Do I want to change that out? I don't know for a fact. It does also look like we're gonna need to do some speed limit stuff. 60 to 15. That's pretty serious. So I'm thinking 40. Even through there, I guess. 40, and that took it all the way down, didn't it? I'm gonna put the 30 back here. 30, 30, 30. 'Cause I will forget that. But 40 on that highway piece across the interstate piece. What are you doing, Pierce? Go, walk into local register office. You take your stroll there, man, all the way across the river. All right. I think that's pretty good for a quick offhand, no plan. Where are you already going? Hold on. Y'all, you can't be serious. I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna be happy that it's being handled. Maybe I need another one out here. Okay, so yes, quick offhand nuclear power plant. I think that's pretty nice. So, step 1 done today. Woo! Okay, and we're going to start up on our park that we kind of came into the game today thinking about. Now, the couple challenges we're going to have with this is, 1, we need to keep it low and easy, but I kind of want it to sprawl still. 2, I want to keep in mind that eventually I plan on having this kind of come over, or maybe even under this highway piece right here, and then connecting right here. So what was the reason for that? For this loop. So we'd be getting rid of this loop, bringing this over and connecting in there. If the traffic ever gets bad enough and we need to worry about the traffic on the highway. This part I don't think I'll ever be too concerned about. I will always be concerned about aesthetics though. Why is that a thing? Cool. So I always want to leave myself a little bit of space here, which means our buffer is going to be a little bit bigger, and our density needs to be dense. There we go. Just pull that in. Now, let's remember I said, I think we want to do something about there, right? Get that in there densely. I even want to throw in a few of the, no, not that big. Kind of right there against the back side of it. There we go. Alright, cool. That's definitely a good dense space. So let's think about this. We're going to put these tiny roads in. I don't think that's a thing. We're definitely going to use the gravel in order to be able to start placing roads. Now, this is super low. So, bring this around. Let's just start with a road. Start here. Wow. Alright. And I think I'm going to go ahead and plan to take it under. That would probably be a good spot to bring it in. Then again, that's cutting off a lot of park space. So, maybe just take it directly to that. There we go. Alright. In this spot, square it off. Wow. That's acting straight. There we go. That's normal. Why was it doing that? Alright. And maybe we can use these country roads, right? Where are they at? This one? 2-lane country road? Coming directly off of, does that really make sense? I'm not sure it does, but I think we might run with it. Because, well, we want it to be pedestrian. So does that mean we literally use a pedestrian path? Bikes and everything? Have I even used that anywhere in the city yet? So is it completely out of place? Goodness gracious. What? Okay, clearly bikes I think needs to be a major point of focus. I think that's a given. I wouldn't be... Is that enough room to... Two knobs? I might just add an extra node in here. I'm gonna do that. Why did that happen? Did I blow these up at some point? Yeah, that looks good. Alright. So, with those extra nodes in there, that makes me more comfortable about this. I want to continue this wall that I have put in. We are not changing the height of that bridge. So the height of this road will just have to go down. There we go. Looks good. Alright. Now, I figure City Park makes sense. Amusement Park doesn't, Zoo doesn't, and Nature Reserve really doesn't, especially with us already having a Nature Reserve. But if our focus is going to be... No, we're not going to put tents in here. Okay, City Park. Bring this in. Reason we got this whole thing was for... The reason we brought this whole road in was because of parking, so let's also put in this infrastructure. Alright, there. There. Right? Cool. Something feels different about those. There we go. Cool. Alright. Is there a... Nope. Okay. Nice city park. Space to come in and park. That is important in this matter. And would I put another parking lot in? Have this here. All this space in here. School. Maybe... Okay, well, first of all, actually, I want to put a baseball field in. There we go. That just kind of looks cute. Across from the school. Yeah, I'm down with that. And really just start putting in some main infrastructure. I see these. Do we want to put a water feature in? There's not really enough room for a water feature. Alright. Now, before I actually do really go further with this, I think I want to back off. How do we want to place this? Are we just going farther out here? Do I put it right in here? Because, unfortunately... It would make more sense over here, I think. Unfortunately, what I was getting at is that this cannot go just inside of a park. It's gonna have to go on a road. How mad are we at that? And then it's gonna have to meander, and just kind of take over. So I don't want angle. Is that what it is? Yes. And now we do want angle. All right. Open this up. Cool. Alright. I don't want it to be a dirt road. Don't want it to be overly fancy. What about this? What does this look like? Just kind of open. Grass. Sidewalk. I think it suits. Yeah, I think that suits it. We're going to have a main path. It's going to go to oh. There we go. I knew I wanted to use it like that. What is all the way out here? Cool. Alright. Come back here. Put our park in. All the way back here. Some of this is going to have to get freestyled like this. There we go. It went better than I thought it would. Fill her in. Cool. Alright. So, as I was saying, we're going to take this right there. Bring her. Oh, they got points for me and everything. I don't want your points. Let's just go ahead and right there. Right there. Cool. Okay. Start with that. We're gonna need to get our chessboard going. We're gonna want our chessboard somewhere out here. Plenty of these all over the place. A climbing fence. I think we're gonna put like one back here with an entrance. One over here with its own entrance also would make sense actually. So this here. And our trampoline park can also go over in this space. And then I just kind of want some walking trails, and we'll probably come over to our nature reserve, grab a lookout tower. Maybe not a lookout tower. Boulder site. It's a nice boulder. What else would go in this kind of more simple space? Amusement parks. I don't have any amusement park or zoo things right now, so I can't do either thing like that. I think it's just going to be some dirt paths with some gazebos. So let's finish off what we know is going to be official. We want a side gate. We can put a side gate there and there, right? We'll pull this in. Well, maybe we can just put it on the back side over here. Because until we figure out exactly what we're doing with this space, I don't really want to get too involved with like defining spots. That's about as far as I really want to go. And even then, actually, I could go as far as to remove this node. Almost prefer that. Alright. Accidental perfection. Pull this back. Why is that? Here we go. Stretched. Stretched. Cool. Yeah, I kind of prefer that. That looks nicer. More realistic, even. Okay, cool. Accidental. Love it. Now, man, I just keep getting distracted. pull a park path through here. Hey, there we go. That goes straight out. Maybe we can pull this one out here just to look at the end of that. We can put on a restroom, right? So restrooms, and then we'll grab our nature path with lights, and we can grab the end of this, turn off all our schnappens right here. Bring her around town. Do the same thing over here. Just kind of like walking trails. And you can even just go ahead and take this right to over there. Yeah, okay. We want to get our trampoline park connected up. Put it right there. Kind of with the expectation they would kind of come from this direction. Yeah. Cool. And the reason for this is more so because I expect, like, maybe a family comes out over here, but kids getting kind of ornery. You want to take them somewhere, so you go over to the park. You let them play here, kind of get some energy out. While maybe big sister, big brother, someone else, mom, dad, whoever, family member comes over here, does their thing. Let's go ahead and fix this node. Fix that node. Oh, don't need to fix that node. So we got our thing here. Back up in here again. Right, we can go ahead and just make that connection. Now, what is the land around? What was the land? Flat. That's easy to work with. So, right? Nope. I said nope. Okay. Oh boy. What if I did something? I'm trying to think of something in an Oriental garden. Yay. Yeah, I like it. Oh. Maybe this should just go straight on. Yeah. That looks good like that, yeah. And last things last. Not last things last. This is we're not done yet. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of these though. Oh. Only curved ones. But it looks like we're gonna need to now. This is the Brookboro Gardens, so Let's see here. All right, this one's a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's a little on the nose. Maybe that's the way to phrase it. Little Shrew Gardens. Right? I like that as a name. Our policies. We don't have animals. We don't need to worry about that. Recycle. Just recycle. And we'll throw the money all the way up. Our entertainment, I'm sure, is utterly high. Yeah. Oh, really? Only... There we go. That's what I was expecting. Over 1,000. Oh, boy. We're not ready for that yet. Let's go ahead and get our water pipes handled. Go ahead and play because we have power and water to everything. We should have power. We just built that whole thing. We should have power. We have power. We have water everywhere. Everything's good in that regard. So let's just add some more trees. Now we're going to take our density and our strength way down. Kind of blow this up a little bit more. Oh wait, no, we need the short. I think I went too low on density anyway. There we go. Definitely want a good amount of trees in here. Until I figure out the parking lot there. I'm probably gonna go download something, either that or make something. Have to watch that tutorial by City Planner Plays again. Now, do I put a fence in? Or is this considered one of those parks that are meant to be for everybody, but system or game wise we're gonna go ahead and charge everybody? I think that's what we're gonna do. Bring this in, do that right there. And do I want to bring a path? I think I do. Just kind of help finish it off a little bit. We do the dirt path. Oh boy, we're all super high again. Goodness gracious. There we go. Right across. And there we go. Cool. Now, I shouldn't have to manage any traffic there. They should just, they'll take care of themselves. Alright. No backups, no stupidity. Seeming so. Nice park. Just need to get the visitors going. And my goodness, our weekly income is just dropping. But hopefully this will help bring it back up. Alright, and as a last point to bring up, with little changes as I've kind of moved around and seen some certain things that need to kind of get tweaked and fixed. One of the major things that got tweaked and fixed, this one's not a little one, we did spread out the distance between these. I don't really know of any river that like gets power lines directly across it, and if anything, even my boyfriend said that like it would make more sense to have a power line that goes under the water. Maybe they like just lay it down and it comes back up somewhere. I like the visual representation of this personally, so at the least we extended them out. I deleted lines on both sides, took out a few nodes, used the Move It mod to line things up at a perfect distance, and then recopied the lines again on either end. And I do think this looks a lot better. It's not nearly as busy. It's just enough to look like it would realistically hold the lines up, but not so much that it's just like pillar after pillar after pillar after pillar. So I enjoy this a lot more. Maybe I could look into some other things. Maybe there's even some stuff on the workshop that could be really helpful with something like this. we'll see what happens as time moves forward. Alright guys, so I did it again. I overbuilt, and I had the beginning of next episode together. To be fair, where I cut myself off to end this episode is actually a really good middle point for the next one. So, I'm excited to move forward. What we already have built looks really great. You may or may not be getting a hint as to what it is right there at the top of the screen if you look a little bit closer. But I think we're gonna be able to really continue growth here, and once we get this lower level taken care of, we can start moving to the actual city itself. Next episode's focus is going to definitely be a bit more about population growth. We need to get up in those ranks so that we can unlock the squares and be able to create a metropolitan area like with the population that makes sense. And that's really where we're at. So thank you guys for watching this one. A lot of this was kind of last minute unexpected with that nuclear power plant, and this park was kind of expected, just didn't expect it to go here. But I think it looks really awesome. We're definitely future proofing our power needs, which really excites me. And I think this park is it's really just perfectly placed with this giant neighborhood here and the neighborhood that's showing up on the other side. So just come on back. Check out what we got going on. Thank you so much for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.